We arrive, Mo is doing fantastic. I said during the week probably the problem with Moi, with Denso, with these kind of players is because the club pay them big money, so people expect always to be the best, but at the end they are players, they are human beings, so it's normal to have a little bit up and down. But Moi, since we arrived, is improving a lot. We are trying to spend time with him, with all the rest also, to improve them. And I think Mo is showing how good he is.
After his move to Chelsea, all eyes were on Moises Caicedo, but not in admiration, quite the opposite. Most critics saw the transfer as a mistake.
100 million, Caicedo 100 million. I think they're at that 50-60 and they're comfortable there.
His start was rough. His performances below expectations. Nothing like the dominant midfielder he was at Brighton alongside McAllister. The media went after him and the pressure kept building.
Yeah, but was there much quality? Did he create a lot? Did he control loads of games for Chelsea? I don't remember that.
But in the middle of all that noise, one voice stood out, Maresca. He said it was normal for Caicedo's form to rise and fall, because when a club pays that much money, the pressure becomes almost unbearable. And with time, it felt like Maresca's words were prophecy. Caicedo began to change, calmer, more confident, and in control. From being criticised every week to becoming a midfield monster, breaking plays, scoring goals, and leading with authority. This story isn't just about a player improving, it's about a mindset that refuses to break. And that's why today, Moises Caicedo has completely changed how people see him.
Caicedo, how much would he be worth right now?
300.
300 million?
Because it's best midfielder in the world.
Because you don't want to sell him, basically.
Yeah.
My God, is he really worth 300 million? Or is this just another fan overhyping his favourite player? To find the answer to that question, we have to go back in time and understand who Moises Caicedo really is. To understand who Moises Caicedo really is, you have to start where it all began, in Santo Domingo, Ecuador. Caicedo was born into a big family, one of 10 siblings, in a neighborhood where life wasn't easy. His father drove a tricycle to make ends meet, and his mother worked as a house cleaner. Yet, in that simplicity and struggle, a dream was growing. His football story didn't start on grass. It started on dirt, bare feet, stones for goalposts, and matches against his older brothers who never went easy on him. That's where he learned to play tough, to fight for every ball, and to never back down. But every story needs a believer. For Caicedo, that person was local coach Ivan Guerra, the man who spotted his talent before anyone else. Guerra helped his family cover travel expenses, bought him his first proper pair of boots, and opened the door to organized football. From that moment, the boy from Santo Domingo wasn't just playing to escape poverty, he was playing to change his life. Caicedo's rise truly began when he joined the youth academy of Independiente del Valle, one of Ecuador's most modern and well-structured clubs, a place known for developing some of South America's most exciting young talents. For the first time, Moises wasn't just playing on dirt, he was surrounded by proper facilities, real tactics, and coaches who treated the game like science. And that changed everything. He absorbed every lesson, every drill, with the hunger of someone who knew exactly what he was fighting for. In the academy, his coaches immediately noticed something different about him, a mix of physical strength and tactical intelligence that you rarely find in players his age. He wasn't just running, he was reading the game, anticipating passes, positioning himself perfectly, and commanding midfield battles like someone far beyond his years. That maturity earned him a quick promotion to the senior team, and in 2019, as a teenager, Caicedo became part of something historic, Independiente del Valle's first ever Copa Sudamericana triumph. Imagine that, a boy who used to play with stones as goalposts, now lifting a continental trophy before turning 20. It wasn't just a victory for the club, It was proof that Ecuador's football had evolved and that Caicedo was its new symbol. Those who saw him play back then describe him as fearless, chasing every ball, breaking every attack, and moving with a kind of intensity that made him impossible to ignore. Scouts across Europe started taking notes, and soon enough the world would too. On the other side, Brighton was struggling. In the 2019-20 season, they barely managed to finish 15th. And the following year, 2020-21, they ended up 16th. For any club, hovering near the relegation zone is one of the toughest challenges. Every mistake is magnified. Every match feels like a battle for survival. The club knew they needed someone different, someone who could lead on the pitch, connect defense with attack, and break any pressure from opponents. They needed a true engine in midfield, a player capable of transforming games. That's when their eyes fell on Moises Caicedo. Moises Caicedo joined Brighton and Hove Albion from Ecuadorian side Independiente del Valle for a modest fee of £4 million in February 2021. Caicedo began to truly integrate with the team. The Premier League was a big step up, but under Graham Potter, who had complete faith in him, Caicedo started to find his rhythm. Potter recognized his unique blend of tactical intelligence, stamina, and defensive skill, and gave him the freedom to express himself on the pitch. Slowly, the young Ecuadorian midfielder began dominating games, connecting defense to attack, and showing why Brighton had targeted him as the midfield leader they desperately needed. His presence changed the team dynamic. Matches that once felt like a struggle near the relegation zone started to show signs of control and confidence. Caicedo wasn't just playing, he was becoming the engine of Brighton's midfield, the player who could break pressure, recover the ball, and dictate the pace of the game. In his first season with Brighton, Caicedo didn't play many matches, only 8 appearances, but his impact was undeniable. He scored 1 goal and provided 1 assist, but it was his defensive contribution that truly turned heads. In just a handful of games, he recorded 16 tackles, 10 interceptions, and 4 blocks. These numbers reflect a player who could read the game, anticipate danger, and protect his team under pressure. His presence in midfield was like a stabilizing force. Brighton, who had been struggling near the bottom just a season before, even in limited minutes, Caicedo had already begun to transform Brighton, showing that sometimes it's not about how many games you play, but how much you influence the ones you do. The season that truly changed everything for Brighton and for Caicedo was 2022 to 2023. Under the guidance of Roberto De Zerbi, a coach renowned for his tactical brilliance and attacking build-up play, Caicedo finally reached his full potential. De Zerbi trusted him completely, using him in the most central role possible, allowing Caicedo to dominate games both defensively and offensively. The results were astonishing. He transformed into a true midfield monster, controlling the tempo, breaking attacks, and linking defense to attack like never before. His defensive stats were off the charts: 100 tackles, 56 interceptions, and 7 blocks, numbers that no ordinary player could reach. These weren't just stats. They were proof that Caicedo could destroy the Premier League midfield and make life extremely difficult for any opponent. Brighton soared to 6th place in the league, an almost impossible achievement for a club of their size. And as the season ended, clubs across Europe started circling. Among them, Liverpool, who had long been searching for a player with his power, vision, and ability to dominate the middle of the park, couldn't take their eyes off him.
When were you aware of both Liverpool and Chelsea's interest?
Chelsea were interested all the way through the summer, Liverpool a bit later. But we try and do our transfer business as confidentially as possible. We try and respect both the player and the clubs that are bidding. But at the end of the day, our job is to do the best for our club. And that means negotiating as hard as we can.
It was clear. Caicedo wasn't just a rising star anymore. He was a game changer, the kind of player who could redefine a team's ambitions. As the summer transfer window opened, everyone expected Caicedo to join Liverpool. They had long coveted a player of his caliber, someone capable of dominating the midfield and transforming the team. Fans, pundits, and even rival clubs were certain it was only a matter of time. But then came the shock. Against all expectations, Caicedo made his choice, and it wasn't Liverpool. He opted for Chelsea. The decision stunned the football world. Why would a player courted by one of Europe's biggest clubs turn them down and join another?
Source has told us here at Sky Sports News that Moises Caicedo has rejected the chance to join Liverpool. We are at the moment awaiting confirmation from both clubs, but it is understood that his preferred destination is Chelsea.
The answer lay in ambition, vision, and the promise of a new challenge, a stage where he could not only grow as a player, but also leave a mark that would define his career. That choice set the stage for a record-breaking £115 million transfer and a new chapter in Caicedo's journey, one filled with pressure, scrutiny, and the opportunity to prove himself at the very highest level. Caicedo arrived at Chelsea to fill the shoes of N'Golo Kante, a true club legend who had won the UEFA Champions League with them and become one of the most respected midfielders in the world. Stepping into a role once held by Kante wasn't just a challenge, it was a huge test of character and ability. Every fan, pundit, and teammate had high expectations, and the spotlight was on Caicedo from day one. The task of proving himself, living up to the legacy, and commanding the midfield was immense, but it also set the stage for him to define his own place in Chelsea history. Caicedo arrived at Chelsea under the guidance of Mauricio Pochettino, but his first season didn't produce the eye-catching numbers many expected. Adjusting to a new league, a new team, and the enormous pressure of a record-breaking transfer made it a challenging start. While he showed flashes of his talent, the stats weren't extraordinary, and the task of living up to expectations, replacing a legend like Kante, was far from easy. It was a period of adaptation, learning, and preparing for the breakthrough that everyone knew he was capable of. After a difficult period under Pochettino, which saw Chelsea struggle to 12th place, the club decided it was time for a change. Enter Moresca, a coach known for his tactical intelligence, demanding style, and ability to get the best out of his players. From the very beginning, Moresca's arrival marked a new chapter. He immediately identified Caicedo's potential and built the team around his strengths, setting the stage for the midfield dominance and transformation that would define the season. Caicedo's impact on Chelsea was immediate and massive. In the 2024-25 season, he put up extraordinary defensive numbers: 114 tackles, 49 interceptions, and 10 blocks. These weren't just stats. They were a statement that he had become a true force in midfield, capable of controlling the game and breaking down any attack. His dominance gave Chelsea stability and confidence. Matches that once seemed challenging became manageable, and the team started climbing the table. By the end of the season, Chelsea had secured 4th place, a testament to the transformation Caicedo brought to the squad. From struggling to find his rhythm in his first season to becoming the heartbeat of Chelsea's midfield, Caicedo had fully cemented himself as one of the Premier League's most formidable midfielders. At the start of the current season, Moresca decided to tweak Chelsea's tactics. No longer was Caicedo confined to purely defensive duties. He was now given the freedom to push forward and exploit scoring opportunities. The results were immediate. In just 11 Premier League appearances, Caicedo had already scored 3 goals, with his positioning improving dramatically, allowing him to make runs into the box from as early as the 18th minute of matches. His powerful shots became a real weapon, like his thunderous strike against Liverpool, which helped secure a crucial victory. In the Champions League, he almost scored against Ajax, but the ball deflected off defenders, denying him the goal. With Caicedo's new offensive influence, Chelsea is now competing strongly in both the Premier League and the Champions League, proving that his evolution under Moresca has made him not just a defensive powerhouse, but a complete midfielder capable of changing games at both ends of the pitch. From the dusty pitches of Santo Domingo to the bright lights of the Premier League, Moises Caicedo's journey has been nothing short of remarkable. He faced doubts, pressure and expectations at every step, from his early days at Independiente del Valle to Brighton and now at Chelsea. But through determination, guidance from coaches like Roberto De Zerbi and Moresca, and his sheer talent, he transformed into a midfield monster, capable of dominating games, breaking attacks and scoring crucial goals. What makes Caicedo truly special isn't just his stats or trophies, but his ability to evolve, adapt and lead. Every challenge has been a stepping stone, every match a statement of his growth. And as Chelsea competes at the highest level in the Premier League and Champions League, one thing is certain. Moises Caicedo has not only lived up to the hype, he's redefined what it means to be a complete midfielder, and his journey is far from over. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit like and subscribe to get all the latest updates. Bye.